Hey friends, thank you for joining me for math today. Today we're going to do lesson 8.10, which is about practicing addition and subtraction. So in this lesson, we're going to be using all of the strategies that we have learned on how to add and subtract. So for this one, it might be helpful to have a 100 chart handy. So this is my 100 chart from lesson 8.4, but you might have a 100 chart somewhere else in your book, or you might have a 100 chart from your blue folder. Wherever you have a 100 chart, this will definitely help you when we're working on this lesson. The class collects paper bags for an art project. Ron is going to bring 7 more bags than Ben. Ben brings 35 bags. How many bags does Ron bring? So if Ron is going to bring 7 more, then we know that's going to be addition. So in order to make our sentence here, we're going to be one number, or a number plus a number equals a number. Because we know that when we're writing addition and subtraction sentences, when we have the bubbles there, in the bubbles is either going to go an addition or subtraction sign or an equal sign. So Ron is going to bring 7 more bags than Ben. And Ben is going to bring 35 bags. So I know that I'm going to take Ben's number, 35, and I'm going to add 7 more in order to find Ron's number. So there's a couple of ways you could solve this. It says to draw to show the problem. So in any of these addition or subtraction problems, you can always use sticks and dots to draw the problem. So for this one, that's what I'm going to do. So to make a quick picture for 35, we'll have 10, 20, 30, so that's 3 sticks, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 dots, those are 5 ones, 5 in the ones place, 3 sticks, 3 in the tens place, and we can count up our model just to be sure. 10, 20, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. And then if we added 7 more, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so we have a whole lot of ones here in our model, so I'm going to group them together and I'm going to switch them out for a 10 rod. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, I'm just going to turn these into a group of 10, and then I'm going to add a 10 rod there because I took those 10 ones away, those 10 pennies, and I switched them out for a 10 rod for a dime. So now let's take a look and count our new model. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 41, 42. So if Ben brought 35 bags and Ron brought 7 more, then that means that Ron brought 42 bags. And I'm just going to cross this out here so that nobody gets confused. Now you could also use a 100 chart to solve this problem. So if we want to do 35 plus 7, we could start at 35 and then we could count on 7 more. So if we're at 35, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We end up at the number 42. Now, I personally think that was a much quicker way to solve this problem. If you'd like to draw sticks and dots, if you'd like to use a model, then that's perfectly fine. Okay, so let's go ahead and turn the page. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a couple of problems from here. I'm not going to do all of them. So if we look at the model and draw problem, it shows what are some of the ways you have learned to add and subtract. So if we're going to solve 5 plus 9, for this kind of problem, I like to just count on using your number chart or your fingers. So let's start with our number chart. We'll go 5, we'll start at 5, and then we're going to add 5 or 9 more. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we end up at the number 14. Okay. Now here it says that you can make a 10 to find this. So 9 plus 5 is the same as 10 plus what? So making a 10 is just taking 9 is 1 less than 10. So if I take 1 from 5, then I would have 10 plus 4 more, because 5 minus 1, 1 less than 5 is 4. And then we know that 10 plus 4 is 14. I don't personally like the make a 10 method. If that works for you, then you go ahead and use it. So 50 minus 30 is just subtracting tens. That's another strategy that we can use. So if we have 5 tens in 50 and 3 tens in 30, we could take 5 tens, subtract 3 of them, which would give us 2 tens. And then we don't have to worry about subtracting the ones because there's only zeros in the ones place. And then 51 plus 21, we can add the numbers in the tens place first. 5 tens plus 2 tens. Here's our 5 tens plus our 2 tens. So that's like 5 plus 2, which is 7. And then our 1, 1 plus our 1, 1 is 2. So that means that 51 plus 21 is 72. And of course, if we were to use sticks and dots to solve any of these, we would get the same answer. If we wanted to use the 100 chart to solve any of these, that's another strategy. So let's do the first one, 30 plus 60. So for that one, we could just add. We can add the tens. So 6 plus 3, or 3 plus 6, we know that's 9. And we have zeros in the ones place. So we just added the tens there. 3 plus the 6. So for number 2, 73 plus 5, you could add the tens, which there aren't any tens in the number 5. So I think that for this one, it is probably easiest to use the count on method. So let's see, we start at 73 and we're going to add 5 more. So let's start at 73 and we'll count over 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That gives us 78. In number 3, 10 minus 4, you could use your number chart to simply start at 10 and go back 4. Or you could use your fingers, because you have 10 fingers. And if you subtract 4, that's like subtracting 4 of your fingers. 1, 2, 3, 4. How many fingers do you have up? We have 6. So 29 plus 4, that would be a good time to use your number chart. So we'll start at 29 and then we'll go 4 more. 1, 2, 3, 4. That puts us at 33. Now 9 plus 9, that's a doubles fact. So we know that 9 plus 9 is 18. 5 plus 6, well, that's one that we've seen all the time. 5 plus 6, we know that that one is 11. So for all of these problems, there's a couple of different strategies that you could do. You can use your number chart to either count forward one by one. Depending on the problem, you could go down, adding 10. For example, this one, 60 plus 30, you could start at the number 60 and then add 30. So down one box would be plus 10. So 10, 20, 30, and you would then end up at 90. You could use your fingers. You can count on your chart. You could use sticks and dots to solve any of these, just like we did on the front page here. So I would like you to finish this page and work on these on your own. And then you can move on to the back side to do some story problems. Right. And if you would like to work on this together, you can drop in during office hours and we can work through this together. I can help you if you need it. So thank you so much for joining me today. Have a great day.